All right. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining me on this lovely Friday afternoon. We'll have a 45-minute flow today, movement for the body, breath for the body, and get that blood flowing. So join me by meeting on hands and knees. We're going to get right into movement and save some breath work meditation for the end of practice today. Okay. So come on, hands and knees. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And let's go ahead and just make some nice little grip action with the fingers to begin. So gripping, pulling back, right? Just this kind of claw mark. But instead of trying to get the nails down, you're trying to draw the pads of the fingers down. So pulling back, pads of the fingers down, 2 more, pads of the fingers down. Again, pads of the fingers down, and then release. Awesome. Now let's turn the right hand back towards us. Roll the shoulder away from the ear. And then try to get nice and long through the fingers. And again, into the pads where those fingerprints lie. And then if you'd like a little bit more weight there, we're going to extend that right leg back and push up through the heel to lift it. Pull the belly in. Hold for a couple of breaths. Still looking for more. Take that left arm out as well. And then release. Rolling back through, peeling it off, wiggle those fingers out. And we're gonna go ahead and do a little stretch now for the back of the hand, the back of the wrist. You're starting with the right hand out. We'll stop in the name of love right there. Left hand rests over on the upper arm side, right above the elbow. And then you're gonna draw back nice and slow like a little bird's beak. Inhale, extend, exhale, pull back. Inhale, extend, exhale, pull back. 2 more, breathing in and out, and breathing in and out. Nice. Now let's go ahead and make a nice fist, thumb on top, and just roll the wrists out. Roll the wrists out. And then shake out that hand. All right, same thing on the left. Again, we meet with fingers spread nice and wide, inner elbows drawing forward. And then from there, we're gonna turn the left hand back. So drawing the left fingers back, and with it, let's draw that left shoulder away from the ear, broaden through the collarbone, and pick up through that left front hip, and pull those lower ribs in. Looking for more, we'll extend back through the leg, toes on the ground, press up through the heel and lift here. Still looking for more, we'll extend out that right arm. Take a couple of breaths. And as we release both right hand, left leg, we'll go ahead and extend back, reaching through those fingers. Awesome. Okay, bird's beak here, taking that left hand forward, right hand rest on top of the elbow, and then exhale, draw back. Inhale, extend, exhale, draw back. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more, breathing in, breathing out. 1 more, breathing in and breathing out. Fist, thumb on top, and roll it out. Roll it out, shake it out, shake out both hands, and then bring the palms together. All right, interlace the fingers this time, nice and tight all the way up to the webbing, thumb included best you can. Grab a hold and then bring those elbows together. Roll out the wrist now, keeping the elbows squeezed, and let's lift up onto the knees. Little tuck of the tail here, pulling the hip bones up. And then let's stop the movement, keep the hands as they are, extend the fingers straight, and then inhale, lift the elbows up, exhale, draw them down. Inhale, lift the elbows up, exhale, draw them down. Tuck toes under if you prefer, inhale, lift up, exhale, down. Now interlace, turn the palms away, take a breath here, inhale, and then exhale, tucked into the chest, press and round, look back towards the belly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull ribs in. Stay with me here. Elbows squeezing towards each other, working to frame the ears. Tailbone tucking under, nice extension. Float the ribs in. And then take all of this and bend the body to the right. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, bend the body to the left. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, rotate the body to the right. Inhale up, rotate upper body to the left. Inhale up,
Exhale, drop the hands down in front, and one more time, press and round through the upper back. Chin to the chest, nice protraction of the shoulder blades. Inhale, release it out, and then exhale, come on down. Okay, shake out the hands. We're gonna go ahead now and do another one. This one is, you're gonna feel it probably in the wrists a lot, but believe it or not, we're working to target a little more of the forearms. And with that, we need to get some twisting, a little rotation in there is quite helpful. So we're gonna come back to where we left off, and that's the hands interlaced, okay? So the hands are interlaced here, but we're gonna open up and we're gonna go ahead and now turn so the palms are away from you, the thumbs are down, right? And I'm pressing here, and that may be all you need to do, all you wanna do. If you're looking for more, you're gonna come up and see if you, onto the knees and see if you can get the thumbs down, and then keep on going, and maybe you'll get the palms down too. All right, pressing, feeling that coming all the way up through the forearms. Are you with me there? Too intense, let go. I don't need to go so far. I can walk my knees closer, or I can begin to undo some of my fingers. Right. Let's take 2 more breaths here. One more breath here. And then go ahead and sit on back. Release and wiggle those out. Well done. Okay, did some love for the arms and the shoulders. Let's do a little bit of love for the feet and the hips. So we're gonna start tucking the toes under. I know you may have lifted up to join me in this position, but we're gonna rock. And I like to use my blanket for this. We'll do some movement and then we'll find some holds, okay? So toes are tucked under. You can also use blocks if you'd like some support on the lift and the lower, okay? And then we're just gonna press up and then rock down, heels down, squat. Inhale, come forward, knees down, okay? So there's a movement. I can use my blocks the whole time to help support. Up, and down, and back. And as you do this, notice if your heels want to start to splay out. So when I come back through, are my heels trying to splay out and am I losing my form? Or am I able to ride that through and keeping those heels neutral, right? That neutral alignment of the foot. Okay, back through, one more. And then let's hold. Toes tucked under, have the seat. Looking for a little bit more, I'm gonna lean back a bit. I've got this kind of more root sensation, and I'm gonna get more active about pushing my feet down. So now my feet are not just collapsed onto, they're doing some work, all right? Too intense, I'm gonna lean it forward. Inhale, as we're here, take the arms up. Exhale, take the arms down. Let's do one more here. Inhale, take the arms up, reach through the ring fingers, nice extension. Exhale, reach to those ring fingers as you press it down. Beautiful, come forward, inhale up. Exhale down. And we'll do that one more time too. Inhale up. Exhale down. All right, did I distract you enough for the feet? Come on up and off. All right, so we're coming off the feet here. And we're gonna give a little drum roll. So from here, flatten out. And we're pointing the toes now. Toes are pointed. Okay, if this is too intense, I'm gonna use my blanket in the other fashion. I'm gonna elevate up and I'm gonna soften the angle that it does to the top of my foot and my ankle. So if that front part of the foot and the ankle don't feel especially mobile, then you might like to come up to a little ridge to support with that. That's pretty nice. If you're feeling good there, then we're gonna go ahead and come down, and we're gonna take this a little bit more with integrity, and that is, again, to try to align the heels coming a little closer together. So if I don't think too much about it and I go to sit, my heels will generally just rock out. That's how it is for most of us. So I'm gonna see about taking care. I like to pick up from the toe side to help lengthen out. That always gives me a little longer feeling on the front of the fascia and the skin. And then I'm gonna see what I can do to align my heels a little closer and maintain that. Just like before, if I'm looking for more, maybe I'm gonna lean back into that and really own it, press down into it. too intense, I'm gonna shift my weight forward and take some of that pressure off. Okay, so let's stay here a couple more breaths. Trying to keep that nice heel drawing together. And we'll do some other arm work as well. So inhale, take the arms up just like we did before. We're working shoulders as we hold. This time we're coming into some spinal extension. So a little bit of this cactus shape, really pressing the arms back, and then inhale up, right? Lengthening out of the lower back. Exhale, imagine like you're doing a pull-up, right? And then stop, right? Only going so far. And really press the arms back as you open the chest. Feel the upper spine move into the heart. And inhale back up and exhale, release. Lovely. All right. From here, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of movement, I said, in the hip joint. So we're going to tone those up, preparing as we go for some hip circles and hands and knees. Love hip circles and hands and knees. So here we go. We're going to draw the inner elbows forward, push the floor away, and we're going to keep the leg bent. Okay, so see what I can do to not change the position of my right leg. I'm going to inhale, lift it straight back, right? And then exhale out to the side and come back through. Right? Inhale, straight back. Exhale, out to the side and back through. Again, inhale, around, and exhale. One more like this. Inhale, around, and exhale. Change it up, bring it center first, and then out, around to the back. Right? Breathing it in. Inner elbow still drawing forward. Right? So I've got this nice push away with my arms. I've got this little rotation, external rotation of the shoulders, and I'm trying to work as strength on that left side, just like the right. And we'll do one more here. Up, out, back, and down. Awesome. Take a breath in your cow. Exhale, and then press round into cat. Just a little love for the shoulders as we come back again to that concentrated effort, because we're moving the left, okay? So here we go, coming to the left. Keeping the bend in the knee, we're taking the left leg back, out, around, and down. Right? Inhaling. We're working to keep long, neutral spine. So the crown of my head is drawing forward rather than up or back. Trying to stay with this balanced position, pulling the ribs in, the belly in, and hugging those inner elbows towards each other. Shift it around, opposite direction. One. Around again, out, and two. And then pull it in as you go out and around. And three. We've got two more to go. And four. And then this would be our last one. And 5. Awesome. Inhale, cow. Right? Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, sit back, child's pose. As you sit back in this child's pose, aim for the knees to be no wider than hips. So a lot of times we'll go really generously straddle out here. See what you can do to keep them more neutral, right? Lengthening forward, pulling that chest forward, and the head releases last. Let go of resistance in the legs, resistance in the thighs, resistance in the hips. Inhale, pull yourself forward, hands and knees. This time, tuck the toes, stretch it out, down dog. We've already been working with the feet, so hopefully they feel nice and open as you walk the legs out here. I know usually I get really concerned as we walk the legs out about what's happening in the hamstrings and the hip flexors, right? The fold, we're working the fold and beginning to really lengthen the back of the legs. Make it about the feet. So when you're rocking down to a straight leg, can you track that line, right? From the big toe through the inner arch, all the way down through the heel. Can you track that through the outer arch, the baby toe, all the way down through the heel? Can you track that through both long arches, right? Both long arches, inner and outer down. and really make it more about the foot. Why not? What happens? What changes? What do you notice about the engagement and the movement that may be different when you take a subtle change in intent? Inhale here, come on up to plank, right? So up and through, really, to plank. Press away. And plank, let's make it about the legs, right? So the feet here are trying to pull the mat back, right? So if I was trying to pull the mat back, press away. And what does that bring to the legs? That big toe, and then spiraling the inner thighs a bit up. Exhale back to down dog. Walk the hands back to the feet. Inhale, half lift, extending through the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift again. This time, let's pause, drawing the shoulders back. Bring the hands towards the hips and then keep reaching them back and turn the palms to the sky. Pull the ribs in, holding here, and then just bend the left leg only. As you bend the left leg, begin to fold ribs to thighs, face to shins, and then the arms press overhead. Let the head hang. Inhale, bend both knees. Sweep the body into Utkatasana, chair pose. Pull those hip bones up, kind of closing that gap of ribs and hips. Reaching long. Little more weight on the heels. And then inhale all the way up, little bit of a back bend. Right? And we've been working the cactus arm, so let's see how that works here. Take the arms wide, and then pull down and press back. Inhale back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, sweep it up. And let's come on down again. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, half lift. Hold with me here. Right? And the hands again, we're going to work towards the hips and then press back. Palms up. Bend the right leg. Right? Bend the right leg. And then let that help the hips spill forward. Ribs, thighs, nice. Chest, knee, face, shins. And then keep reaching, pressing the arms over. This time, if you want to hook, just try hooking thumbs. Hooking thumbs. Pressing up and over. And if you're hooking thumbs, take a moment. Hook the other thumb. Reaching and pressing. Where's the weight in the feet? Come a little more into your toes. Tend to right heels here. Reach, lift, squeeze shoulder blades. Press over. And then again, bend both knees and come to Utkatasana, chair pose. This time we're gonna get nice and light in the chair pose on the left leg. So lifting onto left toes, chair pose. Release it, lift to right toes, chair pose. Release it, how about both toes? Both toes, chair pose, chairs on the toes. Maybe playing with the depth. Lifting up, playing with depth. Maybe you're making your way all the way to a toe squat. And then back into toe Utkatasana. And then heels down, full Utkatasana. And then get up to the top. Climb it, climb it, climb it. Right? Bend the elbows, long ease of the neck. And then press the arms back as you lift the chest, right? Lifting the chest, press the arms. Inhale, rise, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look to the top of the mat, walk it out here, down dog. Inhale, coming forward, right into up dog. right into up dog. We got the back and shoulder line nice and prepared from those standing bends. Opening the heart, shoulders back. Hold, strong legs. Where are your heels now? Squeeze your heels a little more together. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, take the right leg up, three-legged dog. And then bend the knee, and now we get to open that hip on top, right? So we did that rotation in the hip joint. Now we're going for that stacking right hip on the left, strong on the left side, strong on the right side. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, round in, tuck in, working that foot to the top of the mat. So if it didn't make it, help it up there. Working that foot to the top of the mat, and we're coming into runner's lunge. So inhale, lengthen, roll the back heel forward. Pick up the thigh, pull the belly in, and get a little higher than the sink, okay? A little higher than the sink. And then go ahead and drop it, okay? Inhale again, a little higher than the sink, and then go ahead and drop it. And as you do these, see if you can really isolate the points of connection in the front foot, the back foot, straight to the belly, up and down, right? And if you want to think pelvis, hips, rather than belly, that's good too, okay? So working this nice control, hold, shoulders draw back, and we're raising up to crescent. So again, we're a little bit higher in our crescent. If it's within you to roll that back knee forward and bend that back knee, you can do the bent knee crescent as well. If you feel more comfortable with that longer leg, again, here we are, trying to pick up the hips. And then exhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen forward, left hand coming down, and enjoy this twist opening up to the right. Right, left shoulder, try to draw that left shoulder back. So sometimes I like to even turn my hands on the ground to help with that, right? So I still feel like my arms are going back, my shoulders, chest is opening. And exhale, back knee down, rock the front leg straight, rock it straight. Holding here, lift the chest, staying with me, balance it up. Inhale up, exhale, sweep the arms and hold, little hover, mid dive as it were. And then inhale up and exhale again. Hinge at the hips, little mid dive, hold. Inhale up. One more, hinge at the hips, little mid dive, hold, hold. 3, 2. And then let's set the hands down. As we move forward, we're gonna round in, right? So we're gonna come that nice round shape, work to get the forehead to the knee and keep it there. Let's see what happens. Press and round, chin to the chest, bend the knee, forehead to knee. And then straighten it and bend it, keeping it there. Trying to pull the ribs in, this nice round cat shape. Pressing round through the back. One more. And here, bend it. And then lift on up. Nice. Exhale. This time we're going to rotate to the left, opening up to the left. And if you'd like, you can bring your right arm inside that right leg. So that can be kind of nice. Right arm inside right leg to help support. And then again, if I'm bringing my arm inside, I'm going to rotate my hand open and back, and I'm going to think about my shoulder blades coming towards each other in the back. Right? And then maybe I want to extend the left arm up, left arm palm down, coming around the back here and finding the right thigh. Or find right hand, finds left hand and draws it further over, right? Supporting how they work together. Still trying to draw the shoulder back, moving the elbow more towards the center of the back. And then coming around, inhale, centering out, 2 hands down, back toe tucks under and step back into down dog. Let's do like we did before. We're traveling into plank and then from there up dog. Pulling again, chest through, hips through, strong. Think about where those heels are lying and see about drawing them a little more energetically towards each other. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Bend the knee and open up the hip, right? We're turning that pelvis. But I'm also trying to stay really strong on the right arm and not over rotate the chest. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen out left leg. Come onto the right toes. Help yourself create extra space to come on and step through. Okay. Help it up if it didn't make it there. We're in our runner's lunge. Right? And then again, I'm working main 3 points in the front foot. Base of the big toe, base of the pinky toe, back in the heel. My back foot, I've really got the ball of the big toe line, the big toe itself, and then across the ball of the foot to the pinky toe. Those are my points. Okay, so we're gonna lift a little bit out, and then again, we can drop into them. And then we're lifting a little bit out and dropping into it. And I'm trying to press on those points, lift inner arch to lift the pelvis, and then drop. And just really thinking about picking up my pelvis, little space in that front thigh and hip joint, and then releasing down. One more. Up, and then hold, shoulders back, coming up, crescent. Right. Again, if it's preferable, just straighten that back leg out a whole bunch, straighten it out. If you prefer to bend it a bit, bend it a bit. If you got to fix the bun on your head, fix the bun on your head. Okay. Nice. 2. And then long lengthen forward. Right hand's coming down. Open up that twist to the left. This is where my left leg likes to begin to lift and stretch back, or my left knee likes to go out. So I'm working to hug in the midline and stay in that form. Maybe I'm turning that right arm, drawing that shoulder back. And then coming forward. 2 hands down, back, knee down. All right, let's rock the front leg straight. Hold with me here. Drawing the heel down, pulling the hip back, using that connection to rise up. And come up with the arms, right? Notice the hinge and the change of the pelvis as we move into the fold, okay? So here we go, strong leg. We're doing this half little dive. This half dive as you pull that left hip up and back, and then inhale, come on up. Exhale, a little half dive, leading with the heart, and then inhale up. Let's get 2 more of these in. Exhale, hinging at the pelvis, leading with the heart, up. So here's a bit of, again, that cat shape, or the cow, sorry. Cow, right there, right? Okay, so now when we bring the hands down, we're gonna move into that cat shape, okay? So we're gonna work what we can do. I'm gonna need to bring my hands in a little bit. Don't have them too far forward. Pull ribs in, press and round, chin to the chest, bend the front knee to the forehead. Try to keep it there, gapping as best you can off the thigh as you straighten and bend the leg. 1, straighten and bend the leg. 2, straighten and bend the leg. 3, stay with me, straighten and bend the leg. 4, nice, inhale it up. And unwind up. Nice, now exhale, hands to heart. We're rotating right. We're rotating right here. So playing here, right, rotating towards the right. I'm using, again, my legs, beginning with the feet, traveling up through, finding space for the hips to move. And then we're gonna see about maybe taking that back arm, which is in this case the right, press it back, rotating in, coming across, and maybe finding that front thigh. I can always take my left hand, right, or whatever I can grab onto, even if it's over here, and I'm assisting it, right? As I'm assisting it, I'm drawing the shoulder down and over, right? So I'm working that over and down as the elbow moves towards midline, shoulder back, right? And then opening up towards more of a twist. Maybe. I'm gonna extend the arm up and keep it on the leg inside, or press on the outside, right? So we've got all sorts of positions. If you're always in and you're cranking that hip open, what about putting it on the outside and pressing, strengthening. Right. Stay with it. 2, maybe like it up. 3. And coming around, changing out, making our way back to down dog. Stepping back, lifting up. Inhale, travel it forward, plank, up dog. Shoulders back, pulling the hips through, right? Anchoring, tops of the feet, heels hug towards. Exhale, back, down dog. Walk hands back to the feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, chair pose. Inhale, standing just on the left leg, lift it up, crossing, figure 4. Sweep the arms forward, bending the knee, and then press them back. Okay, inhale, sweep them forward, and press them back. And we're coming into our bent knee, figure 4, and then our straight leg, figure 4. One more like that. Let's hold this time, let's hold. Arms will help counterbalance. And then inhale, rise up. Lifting the right leg higher, coming inside for tree, no grab. All right, tree without the grab. Working to press right knee back, scoot buttocks under, and stand tall. Any variation of those branches that suit. Give the shoulders dropping towards neutral. Inhale, take that right leg, step it forward. Left knee lifts. Okay, left knee lifts a little higher, thigh turns out, figure 4. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to keep pressing the knee back, pressing the foot into the leg, and then pressing the leg into the foot and picking my hips up and forward. Okay. So here's where we start figure 4, and then we moved in and out, right, of the bent and the straight. So let's try it here. Bending and straightening, and bending and straightening, and bending and straightening. Nice. And bending, and we're gonna hold. See about holding here, holding. Try to reduce the tension in the overall system. And that doesn't mean that I'm doing less of the pose. It just means I'm letting go of those extra things. Maybe it's the jaw, the arms, the hands, the fingers, I don't know. But we all have something extra that we cling to that we just don't need right now. And it is distracting you from the equanimous state of this pose. Okay, and then inhale, come on up. Okay, we're gonna lift it higher and see if we can come into the tree now. Higher, 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 foot inside, no grab. And then refine, right? Refine your standing leg, your standing foot, tracking up through the hips, the glutes, the ribs, the chest, the throat, the jaw, the arms. Your tree. 3, your tree. 2, lift it out, your tree, and release. Great job. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and step our way back. So find your way to the top of your mat, one end or the other, okay? Inhale, take the arms wide. Exhale, bow to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down. We're stepping back with the right leg and we're coming to warrior 2. That leg that you were just in, although now the foot is disconnected from the leg. Change the back leg, but here we are. Picking up the front hip. Nice wide length. Exhale, right elbow under left. Wrap this time, okay? We played a little bit with arms earlier. Let's take it a little further and down. Keeping this open towards the side, right? So I'm not coming over my front leg. Working to stay open to the side. And then lift, 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 lift the heart. Exhale, coming down. Now, rotate towards the inside of the left leg and folding in here. Working the forearms down towards the earth. Making sure that back knee doesn't feel overstressed, overtaxed. Lengthening all the way out through the inside of the leg and the outside of the hip. And then while we're down here, we're gonna release our way out. Okay, coming down, pivoting. Take the left arm through into the outside of the left foot, and then right hand down, pivot that back heel around. Beautiful. Shift forward, shift back, shift forward, shift back, shift forward, shift back. Again, shift forward. Now, from here, shifting forward up onto the toes, maybe the left shoulder will find its way under a little bit more now, and then the heel down. Again, shift back, shift forward, shift back, shift forward, shift back, maybe and rock the front leg straight. I know we're doing it's like a single leg kind of hybrid shoulder pressing pose, right? This lunged out shoulder pressing pose. And then exhale, release through. Take the hand on the outside, step it back, down dog. Inhale, take it through, up dog as we've been doing. A lot of folding there, so let's take it here for a moment. Exhale, back through. All right, this time let's just go about switching our legs. Okay, so we're gonna lift up the right leg and step the right leg through, back heel down and come up to that warrior two, and I'm gonna meet you facing the other way, okay? So we're warrior two here. Again, not sinking, hanging out, trying to pick that up. Strong, outer back hip pushes forward, front hip lifts up, right? Wide wingspan. And I'm keeping my heart, my torso, my body opening to this side profile. Take the next breath, and then let's wrap the arms. Okay, let's wrap the arms, left under right. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, hold with me here, and then play with extension of the upper spine, moving towards the back bend. Open the heart. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, return. All right, nice breath here, lifting up. We're rotating towards the upper left corner of the mat, coming in. Exhale, working in. Exhale, maybe I need to step my back foot in a little bit. Like as I go lower, what do I need? Remember, the feet are never glued to the mat. You can move them. You can adjust them. Right? I have to have courtesy and respect for the chain of joints and muscular structure above, right? So our fixed position on the ground, as much as we want to root and find that stability, we need to be open to change there. Okay, now releasing the arms, we were working to get low in here. We're gonna bring now the right arm and come outside the right foot, okay? And then the back heel is lifting up and we're pivoting, okay? And this is just where we were here. And then we thought about shifting forward and shifting back, right? And we're just kind of rocking in the hips. We're working to see if maybe we get a little closer towards the ground with the body. Forward and back, forward and back, and just the range that feels right for you. And then we're gonna see if we come up onto the front toes, if maybe the shoulder goes any lower, right? And then once it's there, heel down, and then we're gonna see about rocking straight here. So that knee is really hugging in the outer shoulder, or for you, it may be over the shoulder. For you, it may be down by the tricep or the elbow. I don't know. For me, it's really hugging my shoulder. Whether you like full foot down in front or the heel, up to you. And then release. Awesome. This time, let's just pivot ourselves to a straddle. okay? Pivot to a straddle. Turn the toes in a little bit and not at your maximum because we're lifting up. So make sure we are stable now in that base and we're able to just take the body right on up. Bring the hands behind you. Open up the chest, okay? Then open up the chest. Again, open up the chest. Okay? We're heading towards a back bend. We haven't taken the head back, but we keep opening up the chest. Now move the hips a little bit forward. Firm the legs. Draw the inner thighs like they want to close. Keep drawing that energy up, up, up. And then maybe the head will come back too, and the fingers begin to point down to the ground, down to the ground, to the ground. If you'd rather, take hands to heart. And then inhale, up, 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 up. Exhale. Nice. All right. Little skandasana on the left. So I'm like really, really high, and then just shift it over to the right. And then we're gonna shift, and we're gonna shift, and we're gonna shift our way low. And we're gonna shift our way maybe with wider feet. All right, so I'm just gonna be increasing the straddle as I get lower and lower here. Okay, let's again come back to left side bend, and we're gonna come to left side skandasana. Okay, so coming through, maybe the hands are gonna shift back to help find that support. The chest lifts up, and that right heel, not only does the right heel lift, but the leg rotates so the knees to the sky. And maybe I need to change my left leg position too, right? Maybe I was too wide. I don't know, you tell me. For you, not me. And then here we are, right? Keeping the hands or not. Again, I'm making sure I can control that movement so I'm not just like stuck in a position. Lifting and lowering out of it, helping me control my movement, owning it, owning my range. And then inhale, really lift out. Ah, okay. Let's find that depth on the right. Coming down. Bending over, shifting over to the right, but not losing that establishment of the left. It's really important, okay? Lengthening through. Hands come back through. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chin, and then again, as I lift, the left toes turn up to the sky. Maybe I need to readjust a little bit of my right foot. Maybe I need to shift over or change where my pelvis is, left or right. An inch will make a big difference. A half an inch makes a difference, right? Quarter inch makes a difference. Stay with what you're comfortable with. Decide if you want to take those hands off or not, but wherever you are, you're owning your range. So you're getting a little bit of movement of coming in and out. Doesn't need to be big. And then hold, 3, hold, 2, and all the way up for 1. Little forward fold, simply to get on our back. So I just did a little straddle, hands down, kicking out that right foot, send it over to the left, we'll pivot, and bring those hips down to the earth. Lower down, onto the back. Let the legs lengthen out. The body soften up. Feel good about the work you've done today. Arms can open overhead, T by your sides, your choice. Shake out the legs. Let them just soften up. Make sure that your reclined position right here is really soothing to you. It's nurturing to you. If it's not, grab your blanket or your block and get comfy. Blanket underneath the back of the knees will be nice for lower back. Or maybe the quads just feel like overworked and they just love that support coming from the back of the legs, giving that just comfort of release, right, down in. And then let's try an alternative position for the arms as well. Okay. Typically we go arms out by your sides or T, but some may really prefer bending the elbows and letting the palms, the hands rest on the lower belly, mid belly, closer to the heart, down on the legs, right? Again, what soothes you and brings you home? That sense of end of the day, comfort in, whether it's your favorite chair or your bed. Whatever your breath is, just breathe in and count the number. It doesn't need to be anything. Just take an inhale, regular old, count it. And then when you exhale, exhale one count longer. That's it. And we'll do that 2 more times. So breathe in whatever the number is for you. And then exhale 1 or 2 counts longer. And one more time, breathe in whatever the number is for you. And then just exhale a beat or 2 longer. And then forget about it all. Just follow the watchful breath, right? Watching it. No control, no counting. Watch where it goes. And notice how you feel. Invite any parts of activeness in the body to soften, to settle, and to ease. And gently wake the body. Wiggling those fingers and toes, walking the legs in and hugging them out. Let's twist both legs over to the left, just a nice little curled up, knees in towards chest. Take a nice full breath. Maybe even gazing back to the right hand, turning the neck gently. And center out the head first, tuck the knees in further and roll them center, hug and rock, and then take them over to the right. Rolling back through, again, maybe turning the head towards the left. Take the head again center, and then the right arm all the way overhead. The left arm tucks in, and you're rolling all the way to the right side. From here, press yourself up to a seat. And bring hands at heart. I thank you each for your practice. May you reap its rewards. Tashmana Shri Gurudev Namaha. Namaste. And I gotta say, yogis,
I hope this first part doesn't come out wrong. But I love closing with you guys. I really do. And I had to think about why, because it's not the fact that we're done. I think part of it is because I just feel so great when I'm done with practice. So I can't help but be happy. That's a big part of it, I'm sure. But the other big part of it is that when I'm saying goodbye and my hands are at heart and my eyes are closed, it feels like you're here. And it's just really, really cool. I'm not looking at the screen, so I don't notice the room is empty. I legit feel your presence and see your faces and bodies. And it's really lovely. So my screen to yours. Thank you. If you didn't catch email yesterday from me, you might want to check it out. Starting next week.